Happy Mindfulness Mondays, everyone. Thank you for joining us. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning mindfulness member, welcome back. Please know that everyone will be muted for the duration of today's session. Feel free to use that chat function to communicate with us, share questions, thoughts, maybe where you're joining from, how you're feeling today. And I will invite you to join us on camera. Just supports that mindful culture that we're cultivating here in our PD Health at Home Mindfulness Mondays. Um, yeah, our next live session will be on April 13th with Dr. Taylor Rush from the Cleveland Clinic. And please remember about our other PD Health at Home programs. That includes our Wellness Wednesdays, Fitness Fridays, expert briefings, and our Spanish language series, EP Salud en Casa. You can learn more about our upcoming virtual programs and register at parkinson.org/PD Health. PD Health at Home is presented by the Light of Day Foundation, whose generosity has made this programming possible. And now I'd like to invite us into that space of mindfulness. Today we welcome back Nico Hase. Nico, thanks for being here today.
Yeah, very good to be here with all of you. I have been lucky to join Mindfulness Mondays many times over the last 4 or 5 years, and it's always a delight to just drop in to your community. So I thought we'd start on the chat today because we're going to talk about foundations, right? Like we're going to talk about the building blocks of mindfulness. And I'd love to hear from you over chat if it's accessible to you. Um, what do you know? What do you know about mindfulness? What is mindfulness to you? And you can just type it in, and I'm going to read some of these answers out. Yeah, what is mindfulness to you? What we're doing here. I like seeing the dogs. That's sweet. Yeah, putting ourselves first, right? Being in the present moment, being present in the moment, deliberately paying attention. This is good. These are good definitions of mindfulness. Anything else? What else? Hmm. I pursued mindfulness practice a few years ago. Lots of Jon Kabat-Zinn. I'm a big fan of Jon Kabat-Zinn. It's meditation, calming the spirit, empty the mind and breathe to relax and focus. Mindfulness to me is trying to be present with myself and putting myself in a quiet place, being with things as they are, centered, focused. And it's also being aware of your feelings, being aware, connecting with yourself, being in the here and the now. It's paying attention. So, all right, this is pretty good. We have kind of a working definition of what mindfulness is. The way that I describe it to myself and to students these days, I think of mindfulness as a deep listening. It's a deep listening to ourselves and a deep listening to others and a deep listening to our world, right? So mindfulness you could think of maybe as just it's a cultivating, it's an intentional training of this quality of deep and sustaining listening. And you could say in mindfulness that maybe we say we train two things. The first thing we train is attention. So we have attention right now. You're awake. Well, most of you, right? You're awake. That means there's attention here, right? You can know the sound of my voice. If your hearing is working, you can see me. If your eyes are working, that's attention. What mindfulness does is train the attention to stay with what you intended to stay with. So if you're reading a book, it stays with reading the book. If you're driving a car, it stays with driving the car. We're training the attention to stay. This is actually a beautiful quality to have an attention that stays where we want it to stay. Because everything that we do in life that's important to us requires that we actually pay close attention. Like many of you probably have grandchildren. What a what a kid really wants more than anything else in the world is somebody to just be there with them, attending, right? Until they hit like 13, then they don't want anything to do with you. But, right? 5 year old, 6 year old, 7 year old, those are so much fun. It's like that ability to just be with. But what a partner wants, also this ability to be with. Or if you're working on a project around your house, the ability to stay with it is what helps that project. Anything that you are doing in life can be helped by the training of your attention. So that's the first thing that we train in mindfulness. The second that we train in mindfulness is an attitude. It's an attitude of friendliness. So it's not only that we are bringing our attention to our breath or our body or the sounds of the world, it's we're bringing it in a particular way that is cultivating friendliness toward ourselves, toward others, toward everything. Yeah. Sounds like there's some little echo problems and sound problems. Should I try to turn my sound up?
I don't know that we can turn your sound up, Nico. I think these are some
Okay.
individual challenges. Thank
All
you.
right. Sorry. Sorry to those who are having trouble hearing me. Yeah, so that's what mindfulness is. It's a deep listening, it's a training of our attention, and it's a training of friendliness. And it's very helpful because life asks a lot of us, right? The body, heart, mind, there are challenges that each one of us experiences related to illness, related to relationships, related to everything that's going on in our life and in the world. And mindfulness isn't just another thing that you need to learn to get right. It's like a way of being with what's already here. It's a coming home in a sense. So instead of fighting our difficult experiences, we learn to get curious about what is happening. It's not a cold analysis, it's like a warm awareness, a kind attention. And we can pay attention to almost anything, but if we were going to break it down, we'd say like there are three basic things maybe. There's way more than that, but I'm going to say three for now. There's the body, there's the heart, and then there's your sense experiences like sound or seeing. So we just learn to pay attention in this way. You don't need to do all three. You can just choose which one works really well for you. So, like maybe breath is a home base, it's always available, it's always happening. Even if your breath doesn't feel good right now, if it's shallow or it's a little bit labored, you can still be with your breath. The breath is coming in and the breath is going out. Now, a lot of people think that if they have lots of thoughts, they're doing it badly. Like, okay, mindfulness isn't working. I can't do it because I have all these thoughts and all these stories and I have a to-do list and groceries and memories and plans. But that's not how it is. Actually, you can have all of that going on and still be noticing. So it's not whether you have thoughts or don't have thoughts. It's, am I able to be with the thoughts? That's the distinction. So don't think that you can't do it just because you have a busy thinking mind. You can do it. You can bring awareness also to the world of thinking. You can bring awareness to your body, to your breath, to your emotions, even as thoughts continue. It's very helpful to do this a few minutes a day, the way we are going to do it today together. And yet, it's not only sitting still. You can bring mindfulness with you into the shower. You can bring it with you riding in a car, or you can be doing the dishes and you can really feel the way the warm water and the soap feels on your hands. That's mindfulness. So you can carry this deep listening with you into all of the areas of your life. You weave it in. One of my teachers says, short times, many times. You're aware, you're aware, you're aware. So this is not about self-improvement. It's about a kind of the deep listening that brings you home, that reconnects you to you. But not only that, it's reconnecting you to the others around you. It's reconnecting to your environment, right? Like your animal companions, pets, dogs, cats, trees, sky, birds. You start to just feel the sense of being with a world. You're building a relationship with yourself in order to build the relationships with others. So that's a lot of talking. Maybe should we do it? Should we do some of this mindfulness meditation together? Yeah, good. So however you are is fine. You can do this meditation lying down. You could do this standing up. You can do it sitting, walking. So however you are is fine. And if you're comfortable, you might close your eyes. And then, to the extent it's comfortable for you, take a couple of deep breaths. And just really feeling the breath move into your body and feeling the breath move out. Good. Now, see if you can bring a warm awareness, a kind attention to your own feet. Can you feel the sensations of your feet? Are they warm? Are they cool? Are they touching fabric or wood? How do your feet feel? Numbness is a feeling too. You can just feel that sense of numb. That's good. That's how they feel. And then you could bring that warm awareness, kind attention to your hands. And how do your hands feel? They're different from your feet. What do you feel in the sensations of your own hands? If you're not feeling anything in your hands, you might give them a little rub. Notice how that is. And you can also allow that awareness, that kind attention, to know sounds. So you can hear the sound of my voice. You can hear sounds in your environment, maybe an air conditioner or the traffic going by or the heater going on, the sounds of people or TV. And there's something special that happens when we hear, we really hear the sounds. And now let's turn that deep listening to your own heart, the seat of emotion. What's the weather like today in my own heart? What am I feeling? Maybe it's irritated or anxious, peaceful, content, maybe wanting something. What is alive? What is present in your feelings and your emotions? And in the final step, you could just relax. You don't have to feel anything in particular. You don't have to notice anything in particular. And see if you can just maybe soften the body. Just rest. Just rest in knowing. And now let's take another deep breath or two and stretch in any way that feels comfortable to you. Open your eyes. Mm-hmm. Great. So I'd love to hear first, how did that go? What did you notice? And you can just type into the chat. What did you notice? The good, the not so good, the pleasant, the unpleasant. What did you what did you notice in that meditation? Good job. I feel calmed. Yes. Yeah. My mind is a very busy entity. Anybody else notice some busyness in their mind? Oh my goodness, the mind just won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. I can be mindful. Yeah, that's a good thing to notice. Ditto. I was finally able to catch my breath. Beautiful. Yeah, always. I wonder if always was related to the mind as a busy entity. I'm not sure. Yes, busy mind. Okay. Yeah, nice. A sense of peace. Noticed, braced for impact, tight muscles. Very good. Noticing. Yeah, excellent. Calming down. Definitely noticed the street noise as I live on the corner and heard cars going by. Very good. Been practicing this and getting better. Yeah, we can develop this ability to sustain our attention, to listen deeply to our own experience. Voice is very calming, good. And took some effort today to stay with mindfulness and shut out thoughts of my to-do list. There is this sort of gentle effort to just come back. Oh yeah, there's the to-do list again. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with the to-do list. We're not fighting the to-do list. It's good to have a to-do list. But just for now, just for this moment, what if I just come back? What if I just feel my feet? Maybe I just feel my hands. And 5 minutes from now, I promise you, the to do list will be waiting so patiently, ready for you to pick it up again. You know? Yeah, notice my feet tingling. That's good. So, tingling in the feet. Sometimes there's a lot of discomfort when we bring our attention to our feet or to our hands or to the heart. That's natural. That's welcome. So, sometimes the tingling is pleasant. Sometimes the tingling might be unpleasant. And here's a question. Why do we call this a practice? Good question. Why do we call this a practice? I call it a practice because it's something that we can do. And the more we do it, the better we get. So it's like if you wanted to play the violin, and the first time you pick up a violin or any instrument, oh my gosh. I remember the first time that I picked up a guitar when I think I was 15 years old. And the strings felt impossible to me. They hurt my fingers and I couldn't make it work and I couldn't play anything, but I really wanted to. And so in the summer of my, after my freshman year in high school, I did nothing but play my guitar every free minute I had when I didn't, I was at my summer job, but if I wasn't at my summer job, my guitar was in my hands. And pretty soon, I could play songs and I got these calluses on my fingertips and my fingers got more and more fluid and dynamic and I was able to do things I couldn't do before because I practiced. And it's the same with attention. It's like we can practice being with our experience, sustaining attention, whatever is happening in a friendly way. And then we get more fluid, we get more dynamic, we have more agency and choice about where we place our attention, what we do with it, and what the quality of that attention is. So that's why I call it a practice. Yeah, somebody fell asleep. Good. That's great. If you fall asleep, it's no problem. Rest well. When you wake, you can always be mindful. The breath is always available. Yeah, the breath is always here. I love the word friendly attention. This is new to me and is an action I can apply consciously, being friendly to heart, breath, etc. Thank you. So this is a really important piece about It is very helpful to sit down for 5 minutes and do this the way we just did it. But it's a quality of attention that you can bring into everything that you do. So you can remind yourself gently, friendly, like, and you're doing the dishes, you're taking out the trash, you're talking to a caretaker. It's kind of like this reminder, like a friendly attention, friendly attention. You don't want to dip into or fall into like friendly. Now you will be friendly, right? And then you'll notice all of your unfriendly thoughts. That's the other thing of mindfulness. Oh my goodness. The more mindful you are, the more you see, well, that wasn't very nice what I just thought about that person. And that wasn't actually that nice what I said. And the tone was kind of off. And you start to be very mindful of all these things. So it's important to bring friendliness to that. It's like, oh, well, it's okay. Let me try this again, see if I can do it a little bit more friendly and see if the attention can be a little bit more friendly. But it's just like you're very gently nudging. And it's the repetition over time that creates the transformation. And unfortunately, the more you bear down and try to get it right, the slower it will be for you. It's a little bit of a counterintuitive thing. The more you let go and engage, right? You engage in a let go kind of way, the more the transformation will begin to happen for you. Yeah, so how do we address negative thoughts? That's a really good question. There are many, many different ways to address negative thoughts, and there are different methods for them, and a lot of them are excellent. In this particular method, what we do is just notice. Because a lot of the time, if you notice that you're having a negative thought, the first response is to get tangled with it. Like, I don't want to have that negative thought. I shouldn't have that negative thought. Well, now you're just in a big wrestling match with the negative thought. It's not like it's just going to go away because you don't like it. And it's like sometimes we think the more I hate this negative thought, the more it will go away. But no, you're just kind of feeding it with that. So if we can just notice the negative thought, oh, here's me thinking something really mean about my cousin. Fine. It's just a thought. It comes, it goes. Maybe then it comes back again, then it goes. But if you can just watch it, like you're kind of watching a movie, it doesn't have to have so much power over you. You can decide whether that thought comes out of your mouth. You can decide whether to build a whole world out of that kind of thought. You just notice it. Oh, and we all have patterns too. Oh, there's that pattern again. Oh, I tend to be very critical in this particular situation. Oh, how interesting. Yeah. Well, friends, it always goes by so fast to be here with you. And it's very nice to join your community of Mindfulness Mondays and the Parkinson's Foundation. And I look forward to seeing you really soon. And just a final reminder, take this with you, right? Take it with you into all the different activities of your day in a way that's really friendly and supportive for you. Until next time, take good care.
Thank you, Nico. Really appreciate you us guiding us back into that mindful field of friendly awareness. And thank you all for joining us into this space. I couldn't do it without you. So thanks for showing up. Our next live English session will be next Monday, April 13th. So join us and hear different voices, different tones on how to address this practice as we cultivate mindful awareness in our lives. Please don't hesitate to reach out to the Parkinson's Foundation. We do have a comprehensive website and many resources that addresses everything related to Parkinson's disease. That website's there on the screen. We also have our helpline that's staffed by Parkinson's specialists, and it's free with real humans that you get to talk to. So please don't reach out to our helpline. They're really extraordinary people, and I often find myself reaching out to them for support as well. All right, until our next session, may you continue to find precious moments of mindfulness a gift throughout the days. Until soon, friends. Be well.